Finally, I will always encourage you to face your fears. Huh. I really do not know how best to explain this so that you understand, but let me give you an instance. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be talking about overcoming dwarf mentality. Dwarf mentality simply means being stunted in thinking, keeping small, inferior, and abnormal view to life, and having the mindset that you are unimportant compared to someone else. First, a person who is mentally dwarf thinks others are better than them. Let me use myself as an instance. What happened to me while growing up? While in school, we went for a training session, and there, one of my very intelligent friend, he was there with us in that training. The trainer asked the question. He said, "Who can tell me the sentence that contains A, B, C, D to Z?" In my mind, this is something my dad taught us while growing up. Back there in secondary school, I already know the answer to this question. But then I said to myself, this my intelligent friend, he must know the answer to that question. And surprisingly, I did not raise up my hand. The trainer continued. He said, "Does that mean no one here knows the answer to this question?" Still in my mind, I said, Tom, that person should know it. If he doesn't know it, that means the one I have in my head is not correct. And surprisingly, this particular sentence is something that is so obvious. Even if it is not correct, at least I must have made that attempt, and having said it or written it down, it's obvious that my own still contains A, B, C, D to Z. Do you understand that kind of a thing? But in my mind, I felt like, no, he should know it, not me. Then the trainer said, "Well, since nobody knows the answer is a quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog." Wow, that was exactly what I wanted to say. Can you imagine? That was exactly what I wanted to say. But because I was still facing this dwarf mentality, I just felt like he should know it, not me. Does this sound like something that has happened to you before? That means you have to stay with me. Let's go find the solution together. A person who has dwarf mentality doesn't believe they can amount to anything useful. To them, they feel like so thing is happening or the other thing is happening. Maybe it's for them, it's not for me. I cannot give out. I don't have anything to give to the world. I don't have anything useful to say to the world. Do you understand that kind of a thing? Thirdly, a person who has the dwarf mentality always focuses on their negative and wrong actions, forgetting their achievement. Now, there was an experience that I had that taught me this earlier in life, that most times we focus more on the negative, forgetting the positive things that somebody else has done. And this is also the way it happens to someone who is facing this challenge. That person feels like, I don't have anything good I've done. But if you sit down to think about the positive things that you have done, you'll be surprised that you have done a lot of good works. Here is an experience that happened to me. There was a time I was doing a work with a friend. How we normally go about the assignment is my friend will be sweeping and me, I will be mopping. I will always tell my friend, whenever you get to the parlor, make sure you raise all the curtain up so that immediately I'm getting there, I'm just mopping and I will continue my journey. I don't need to use my wet hand and raise the curtain up because it's going to make it to be dirty easily. Do you understand? So it happened that this particular Saturday, my friend went to the parlor, raised all the curtain up, and left only one. Trust what I did. I started ranting. I was like, simple instruction you cannot obey. I told you to raise all the curtain up anytime you are sweeping. It is way easier for you that is sweeping. Just raise it up. My friend came and said, but did you not see that I raised all of them up, leaving only one? And that one was because I forgot. I started laughing, like, wow, why do we focus more on the one single negative thing that people do to us, forgetting and neglecting all the good things that they have done? And that really sent an important message to me to always remember in focusing on the good things that I've achieved, even if it is only one. This is what helped me as a person in moving out of this dwarf mentality. A person who has dwarf mentality always believe they are not good for a nice position. They will be like, even when the position is being given to them, why did they give it to me? Do you really think I can do this? They will question themselves. Why did they not give it to Mr. A or Mrs. B? Why me? This one they give me this position. Are you sure I will not disappoint? You know, all those negative things will always come to the person's mind, and surprisingly, the person is acting. It's not just that negative thought is coming to your mind, but are you acting in response to those thoughts? And this is where the problem lies. A person who has dwarf mentality always acts in response to those negative things when they come to the person's mind. Does these things sound like something that is similar to what you are experiencing in life? That means this solution is going to help you a lot because it helped me. The fifth thing is that they always avoid challenges because they fear failure. They don't want to fail. So instead of failing, they don't even want to try that particular thing at all. Had it been, it was when I'm still struggling with this kind of mentality, you won't be listening to me today. Yes. Because I wouldn't have taken up this opportunity to speak to you. I wouldn't have taken up this opportunity to share some of the things that I've experienced with you because I'm afraid of what if I did not do it right? What if I did not use the right words? What if I'm not making sense in what I think I have to say? What if I don't have what it takes to say it out? There are many things that will be coming to my mind that will make me not to do and be where I am today. Of recent, I organized the mentorship program, and this mentorship program is for youths. I organized it based on personal development, writing, speaking, that's public speaking, Bible reading, facing of addiction, like all those things joined together, things that will build them and make them to grow. I began to see that had it been I took up that fear of failing, I wouldn't have taken up this particular mentorship program that has helped the life of many people. So, what is my point? If we do not find a solution to this mentality, a lot of things will be lacking, and a lot of destinies that are attached to our own will be there waiting for our rising. While we ourselves, we are not even ready to rise, how can we help another person? Do you understand? See, a person who is mentally dwarf, whenever the person is being corrected, criticized, or the person is being disapproved for a particular thing, this person feels overly upset. You know that kind of upset that you cannot even control your anger. You are you begin to think 1 million reasons why you shouldn't have even tried at first. But do you know that criticism, correction, disapproval, these things are common, these things are bound to happen. So it did not happen because it is you, but you will take it personal because of your mentality and your mindset. I am saying all these things out of my own personal experience. But this is not supposed to be that way. When you are corrected, you are supposed to take that correction joyfully. Yes, it's sounding so simple for me today because I've intentionally begun to work on these things. And it requires intentionality for you also to work on this and become better. Finally, on the characteristics of someone who is mentally dwarf, I would say they always go back to their shell. Yes, they find it so easy to do. Like me, I would choose to be in the house than trying what I've tried before and it didn't give me a result. I know when I started my writing career, at a point I wrote something after making the write up and everything. The correction was just so much. At a point, I felt so discouraged to continue writing. But because I've come to the point of being intentional with these things, currently I have written my two books and they are there. One, I'm even giving it out for free. Do you understand? But do you know the courage that it took me to come back again to write? Because I felt that that one correction or that thousands of correction and criticism, I took it so personal, which I'm not supposed to take it. Because correction, criticism, disapproval, they are bound to come. And the reason why it comes is to make you better and to make you do it in a more mightier way next time. I also want to drop this one important information for you because it is very important for you to trace where your problem started from. It's going to help you know how best to handle it. Mine might be because of the things that people say to me while growing up. Another person might be another thing altogether. So I am saying this and I want you to think about it. One of the major thing that makes us to have dwarf mentality are the experience or the things that we had encounter with while growing up. It might be that you were sexually abused. It might be you were not in the list of your parents' most appreciated kids. Do you understand that kind of a thing? Maybe your younger sister or your younger brother, she or he is the one that they celebrate every time. But you did not do well in school, and that made you feel so inferior. Some were bullied in school, maybe because of their complexion, because of their height, because of their skin color, and many other reasons. I particularly, this was also one of the things that I faced. While growing up, I did not like my complexion. In school, especially primary, secondary school, some of them, when they see me, they will be like, this one, your color is like groundnut oil that they're using to fry Christmas chicken. God. Like, I can't even imagine some of the words that they were saying to me then. And these things, it made me, I felt extremely bad. Those that knew me while growing up can tell. Because when you end up calling me fair lady on a general note, I will take it personal. Because I've already had a registered information because of the things they said to me. I end up crying. I end up telling them, please stop calling me fair lady. Do you understand that kind of a thing? But it is also surprising to note that many times, even at the market, many people will come, they'll be like, please come and touch my stomach. I want to give birth to a child that is as fair as you are. But then I wasn't seeing it as something good. I was seeing it from the negative aspect because of what I already registered in my head while growing up. Your own challenge might be that someone told you that you are not good enough, or someone told you that you are not beautiful, or someone told you that your height or the way you are looking is abnormal. Some might even focus maybe on your nose or your mouth or the way you speak. These are some of the things that will make you feel bad and you always want to go back to your shell. Yes, another major concern is that many youths, especially young ladies, they measure their beauty, their level of intelligence, they measure themselves through social media, maybe the likes and the comments that they get on their post. These might be some of the things that have registered something negative in your head and is not supposed to be so. because it's going to deprive you of many great opportunity and you exploring your potential. It's going to deprive you of the greatness that God has given to you, which you would have using to impact into the life of many. Remember, I will always tell people who care to know, you are not living for yourself alone. You are living to serve humanity. You are living to serve God. You have an assignment that you are given and you are sent to achieve on earth. Don't allow this kind of dwarf mentality to hold you back in the things that you're supposed to achieve. Had it been I allowed it in my life, honestly, I wouldn't have been where I am today. Now, let us look at the possible solution to this. I am sharing from what personally helped me and I believe is going to help you too. The first thing is that you should remove perfectionism from your head and focus on progress. Focus on living one day at a time, being progressive, having something to show for it. At a point, I took up this intentional step of making my videos, speaking, and helping people through my personal experiences. I took up that challenge and that progress of writing books that will make impact into the life of people. And I took it up by doing positive things daily. You don't expect yourself to jump from, oh, let me use myself as an instance now. I want to write thousands of books before I die. Now, I cannot just jump into having a perfectly written book without writing daily, small, small. Do you understand what I mean? So I focused on speaking and writing are the two means I can reach out to this my audience. The best thing I can now do is for me to build myself daily in order to become perfect. That daily building is what I call progress. You don't just become perfect overnight. Some people are waiting to be perfect before they show up. So many people are waiting to be perfect before they do the right thing they are supposed to do. But it is not meant to be that way. Do you understand that point? Secondly, remember you are not alone in this fight. You are not the only one who is fighting this kind of mindset or this kind of mentality. If you remember you are not alone, it's going to help you know that many people are already fighting to come out of it. You should also fight your own fight to come out of it. Do you understand? So don't just think I am alone, nobody understands me, they will not understand how I feel. It's better for me to hold it to myself. They will not understand what I'm saying. But these are things that you are not the only one experiencing. So why do you think we will not understand you? And why do you think you cannot fight? If people like me, I'm telling you honestly, people like me, then in church, I can't even go and give offering if my people are not going. I would want to follow them at the back because I don't want to go alone. I always feel that kind of people are looking at me, what is going on in their mind, you know, like honestly, it's so sad seeing that many people are like me out there. But I am here to encourage you that if I am able to be where I am, you can also do it. Remembering that you are not fighting alone will help you fight better. The third thing that is going to help you is being intentional to take actions. Many of us are good readers. We know many things. We study the word of God. We read good books. We know that this thing is right, but how to do it is the problem. You need intentional push. It's you that will push yourself. Nobody is going to do it for you. Not me, not your parents, not anybody, not your sister, not your brother. It is you that is going to do it for yourself. Now, when you begin to take intentional action, you will see that you will connect yourself. You can easily connect your brain to your environment. Let me break this down in a way that will be more understandable. I remember at a point in my life, I know that I'm intelligent. You know that kind of a thing that you know you are doing well because you have read books, you have studied, you have done this, you have done that. But there in my mind, I felt like I cannot give out anything because I don't I don't think I can do it. Do you understand that kind of a thing? But now what I began to do intentionally is that I look for who to talk to, even if it's just my siblings, even if it's just my parents. At a point, I will just call them. I'll be like, "There's something I want to share with you." They will sit down. I will start practicing. I'll be like, "Good evening, everyone. Good morning, everyone. What I have to tell you today is this, this, and that." They will correct me. They will clap for me. They will be like, "You did a very good job." Do you understand? So you intentionally begin to take steps that is going to help you. That's why you have your mobile phone. Even if it means we that love speaking, for instance, even if it means recording, make your recording, have it on your phone. Do you get? Teach people, share some of the things that you already know. These are intentional actions that you can take. And you don't wait for anybody to tell you this is the right thing for you to do. Because you already know, you have read it, you have seen that this is important for you, but you are holding yourself back. Is this point clear? The fourth important solution that I recommend for you is to reframe failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. Don't see your failure as a complete failure. It is a complete failure when you have already made up your mind that this is really a failure for me. Do you understand? So don't come and make the failure look like I have completely failed, I cannot do it again. You have to reframe it. Learn from it. Continue. Do it again next time. That thing that you feel so afraid to try, I'm encouraging you today to give it your first try. If you give it your first try, you will see yourself do an amazing work next time. And that next time, even when maybe you tried it for the first time and you did not do well, that next time will help you to do it better. And another next time will help you to do it better. So even if you fail 10,000 times, you have to stand up and continue again. I know personally the things I'm supposed to do, I failed to do them. But whenever I get myself, I stand up, I dust myself, and I try again. Let's say you have made a plan to read a book, you want to complete reading the book within 1 week, you want to complete it within 2 weeks, and you decided to be reading 20 pages a day. At a point, it looks as if you completely forgot that you had a plan. Whenever you remember, pick that book, continue from where you stopped. The fifth thing, which I already shared as one of the characteristics of those who have the WAF mentality, is that you should not focus on that thing that you did wrong. Focus on the ones that you did right. Celebrate that small, small things that you did right. Do you understand what I mean? I know many things that when I look at them, I do not see any reason to celebrate. I do not see any reason to be happy because I always have many negative things that is there in my head. But since I began to intentionally work on this, it made me to understand in time to focus on that my little success. No matter how little it is, no matter how little, I want to celebrate it. No matter how little it is, I want to think about it. No matter how little it is, I want to be happy for it. Because when you don't do things like this, you will end up remembering thousands of things that you did not do right. And by so doing, you will end up being angry with yourself. You will end up not seeing reason to continue. Now, the sixth important thing that I'm bringing to you as a solution is that you should know yourself, intentionally know yourself, so that when those thoughts comes to you, how you attend to them matters a lot. When you are intentional to check yourself, see oh, idiot, you are beginning to think negative. I do mirror talk a lot. I will just go to the mirror. I will tell myself, you can do this. Idiot, you are a blessing. You are a light. And because of that, I know you can do this. There are times thoughts will come to my head like, this thing that they are teaching you, you cannot understand it though. Somewhere in my heart, I want to tell the person, I cannot understand this thing. Do you even think I can do it? Because I've come to this point of intentionality, I will tell myself, you can learn this and you can do it in an amazing way beyond people's expectation. So these things are helping me. They are helping me. If not, the there are many things that when I look at them, I wouldn't have been able to even give it a try because I feel I will not be able to do it right. Finally, I will always encourage you to face your fears. Huh. I really do not know how best to explain this so that you understand, but let me give you an instance. I've had this experience many times that I will feel like waking up, opening my eyes to go and urinate, especially at night. One mind will tell me, if you open your eyes, you will see something that looks like human being, and you know you are the only person in this room. Who could that be? Could it be spirit? Better don't open your eyes, oh, because if you open it, you are going to see this thing and it's not going to allow you to sleep again. You know, there are some weird kind of thoughts that will come to your heart like this. If you are not at that point of being intentional, you begin to ask yourself, what was I even thinking to think about something like that? Do you understand? Like, I know one of the things that I used to do when those kind of thoughts will come to my head, when that's at a point I started being intentional. When those thoughts will come to my head, what I would do is just to open my eyes. I want to face it. So where is the thing that you're telling me? And you see that there is this battle going on in your mind. You are fighting to do the right thing, not to say it wrong, not to just give it a try first. Face that fear. At the point I started facing my fear, it changed a lot for me. There were many things, there were many opportunities, many assignments that people will send me a request. They'll be like, Ma, we want to invite you to our program, we would want you to speak there, and the rest of them. The first thing that will come to my mind is, are you sure you can do this? You, idiot, you that they gave birth to the other day. What do you even know? Do you know the caliber of people that you're going to meet there? You know those kind of thoughts. Before I will say anything, before I will even think further, I will just tell the person, okay, invitation accepted. As far as I know, it's not clashing with any other program that I have. I will just tell the person, accepted. The reason why I'm accepting it that way is that I want to keep facing it. I want to keep facing those doubts that are coming to my head until the time I can now confidently say, you see this one, I don't want it. And I'm not saying it out of fear. I'm saying it out of, I cannot do it for now because I have many programs at hand. Do you understand? But as far as this time is concerned, I don't even want to hear those thoughts that are coming to my head. I'll just take that answer. And the answer is the answer that my thoughts don't want to accept. But because I'm trying to be intentional to face that fear, face those negative thoughts, I'll just take it up. I know in this video I tried my best to be realistic. I tried to explain it in such a way that is relatable. I would also want to hear from you to know your thoughts, the things that you have learned, the things that you want to do differently. Is there anything that resonates to your own life? I would be at the comment section waiting to read from you. I would want you to share with me what you've learned, your thoughts concerning all these things, and things that you want to do better, and the actions that you particularly want to take from now onward. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share our video with others. Let them come and know what's happening here, and let them also come and learn, because I know that these are the things that most youths are facing. Let them come and take from this impact and better their own life. Subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you for being with me to this point. I feel so excited having you here. See you next time.